mentor. What else do I think that we need? Let me see. Okay, I know of coaches, I know of mentors, I know of a cheerleader, right? Yeah, okay. Maybe if you're lucky, you find somebody who's all three, but usually they are not all three. But anyway, we come to our final bit of conversation this Thursday morning, and it has to do with the very popular phrase in modern society. Some of you have heard about it before. It's called cancel culture. Let me say that again. Cancel culture. Or you say it in Nigeria, cancel. Don't cancel around. Cancel. Cancel. When you say, we'll cancel your paper. They cancel this exam. Right. So cancel culture is our conversation this morning. Now, let me explain what it is, right, in its modern iteration, and I'll ask you the question. So here goes. Now, the term cancel culture describes the phenomenon where individuals, right, sometimes groups, or even businesses are ostracized, boycotted, or shunned, often through social media, for perceived wrongdoing or offensive behavior. Let me say that again. It's a phenomenon where individuals, corporations, sometimes groups are ostracized, they are shunned, they are boycotted, often through social media, for perceived wrongdoing or offensive behavior. Now, it involves the withdrawal of support. It also involves sometimes the leaving of businesses. So people could say, okay, they don't like Okon's business. Okon is owner of Okon and Okon's pharmacy. Or Mr. Jude is the owner of this business. So because Mr. Jude refused to give bribe to these other people, those other people say, you know what, we will stop going to Mr. Jude's shop. We will not buy his bole and fish until he comes and gives us our gunje. He comes and gives us our omonile money. He comes and gives us our matching grant. You would now tell all your neighbors that Jude used to put expired ingredients in his bole and fish sauce. Don't go and buy from that man, very wicked man. He know they pay anybody. You say that because you don't want me to thrive, because I have offended you. I've done something wrong. Now, let me even get more detailed with what the cancel culture is as it is today, right, in modern society. So, the practice where individuals, more often than not, celebrities, sometimes politicians, sometimes wealthy businessmen, sometimes a group of people. So you could have a group of people who say, there's a woman on my street who doesn't sell alcohol. She doesn't. You come to our store, you can buy anything: soap, juice, detergent, noodles, bread, but she doesn't sell alcohol. So there's no sachet alcohol, there's no bottle alcohol. And I respect her for that. Because alcohol sales is the cheapest thing to do if you are trying to start a small scale kiosk in Nigeria. Just put sachet and people will just come. But she has a child in her house. And I don't know if that's the only reason. I don't know whether it is a religious reason, right? But she does not sell alcohol. Now, because of that choice of hers, right? I have noticed that most of the men in my area don't go to her shop. Jude goes because Jude likes bread. Jude goes because the woman sometimes has cold drinks. Jude goes because sometimes I will need detergent to wash my clothes. So, hey, she's not too far off. I will buy. Jude goes because, sometimes she has the oddest things. Like sometimes she may have pear. I like pear. I like avocado pear. So, hey, she has it. I buy it. But a lot of the men on that street, in fact, in that area, right, have quote unquote cancelled this woman. They will not buy any, and I'm not joking, they will not buy anything from this woman. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't know how long. I don't know what. I don't know. I haven't been there for a long time. All right. So I cannot tell you, but I can tell you what I've observed. Now, recently, in the past 5 years, several very high-profile figures in Hollywood, sometimes even in Nollywood, sometimes in some countries, have faced the cancel culture. Number one, R. Kelly. R. Kelly was cancelled, right? Because he has been accused for years. Let's not even play about it. He's been accused of for years for inappropriate conduct with minors, always wanting to be around very young girls. That's basically, statutory rape. So he got, he faced some federal crimes of tax evasion and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he's in prison. Now, before all that, people were saying, stop listening to R. Kelly music. Some people who removed his catalog from their platforms. Yes, some streaming sites removed everything. There's a period, if you search for R. Kelly on the web, you will not find R. Kelly. They basically said, we're not going to be affiliated with this person. Now, on one hand, you can argue that this is probably a very effective way of punishing people and groups, particularly when they have done something really, really wrong. For example, individuals, right, who supported genocide or who support genocide, individuals who support crimes, people who they found out that they're the ones sponsoring Boko Haram, for example, or they're the ones fueling the kidnapping in one community, or they are the ones helping other people to grab land grabbers. This traditional ruler will sell land to A, go and sell to B, go and sell to C. If people don't know, and they say, you know what, because of your nefarious activities, we are going to cancel you, sir. Since we will not take you to prison, or rather, since we don't want to stress ourselves, we will just not go to your community. We will not buy anything from you again. Make una chop am. Make una leave am. AKA, they cancel that particular traditional ruler. We've seen it happen to Jonathan Majors. People have also had scenarios where they say, you know what, they are going to cancel this particular company because this company supports either racism or maybe supports a fascist movement, or maybe this company doesn't do things the way we like to do things. And before you jump on and say, oh, it only happens in America, ladies and gentlemen, it happens in this country. It can happen anywhere. I've been to Abuja, I've been to Kaduna. When I was in Kaduna, there were some people who would not go to a particular chain of supermarkets. I asked them why. Oh, but don't leave those things. Those will not be good people. But what things? They couldn't give me a reason. They just canceled them, and it was on both sides. I met some of my northern friends. They're not Muslim, but they are born in the north, right? Who wouldn't buy from this shop because it's owned by this man. Why? Leave that guy. They cancelled him. And so you had other people. Imagine somebody from my area saying, I get about another guy. He's not going to buy this item from this person because they don't like the person. They cancel. No genuine reason. Haven't you been to markets where people don't buy from a particular one? Why? Because that woman, her mouth's too sharp. It's a form of cancel culture. So my question this morning, as I open the phone lines, is very, very simple. Do you think the cancel culture is actually a fair form of punishment? Because we also preach that you can fall 7 times, but you should rise up. That means Jude can make a mistake. Imagine somebody who, supported the destruction when there was a riot. They broke down street lights. Hey, mob action. We not go agree. After his head count and say, this thing I did was very wrong. Oh. You know what? I need to change. But if I now come and say, oh, this was the guy that broke down our streetlights, and everybody says, oh, you broke down our streetlights, so we will not talk to you again. Whatever your business is, we will not patronize. You now put that person into a very, very tight place. Cannot afford to feed his family. Why? Because you refuse to forgive this person. Oh, I used to be a cult member back in my days in Uni Abuja. Back in my days in Uniport, there was a time when confessions, what did they say? Renouncement was very popular in this country. Oh, I used to be a cult member. There are so many pastors walking around today on television, on social media. There were ex-members of those gangs, aka cult groups. Now, just imagine if we had cancelled them. Just imagine if we had stopped listening to them. Would they have the chance to make amends in society? Oh, I used to be a former runs girl. So, because she did runs when she was in uni, her life is forever cancelled? Ladies and gentlemen, let us have a conversation.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0007, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. All right, at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. WhatsApp is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Muriel is on the line from Africa. Muriel, good morning to you.
Hello, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, indeed. I'm enjoying this Democracy Day. Yeah. Well, Jude, let me just quickly address that your first instance you gave. Those men, most times, they don't patronize those women that don't sell alcohol. Trust me, their wives and children are going there, patronizing them, because they don't need to go there to buy soap and other things. They have children and listen that are doing that. So that does not mean they don't like the woman or not really. What they want is not there for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally. But Jude, the matter of pushing people aside. In those, we used to call it ostracizing people.
Yes.
And those days, they used to call it like a culture of banishing people. I don't like it. Let there be a specific punishment. You punish the person and let the person come back to the society, bring them back in, and let the person begin to recover, from that punishment. Some persons use maybe a particular, maybe they will bring you to the town square, and flog you, or maybe people that.
Okay.
But if you say you banish them into a particular corner, box them, some persons may just even decide to commit suicide there. And because you banish them, nobody is going close to that house again because that person has that particular family. They may just stay there, they die of depression, maybe die, and people will not even find out. No, I don't like it.
Okay. Maria doesn't like it. Uzoma is in Port Harcourt. Uzoma, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you. How are you?
Very well. Good morning. Go on, please.
It's okay. Please, I want to say something on this subject matter. Number one, I believe that from the examples you gave, the one that has to do with business and the one that has to do with school and run, they are two different things. I just want to make my own opinion explicit.
Okay.
One, from the one that is in the school doing runs, my brother, this person has refused to repent. Listen, the Bible says that anything you sow, any seed you sow, that is what you are going to reap. You cannot expect that you are in school and your parents are disciplining your school, catering for you, making ends meet for you, they send you to school, you just go there in school and you are pursuing after men, going after men, living a very bad life, and selling and protecting your body. Because of what? And tomorrow you get somebody even God will forgive you, but that you are going to receive the reward. You cannot be able. You cannot be.
So what? Okay, if that bothers you, what about the men who were cultists? What happens to them?
The show continues after this break. Nigeria.
Back 90.3 Nigeria Info, straight to the WhatsApp messages, and there are a lot of them this morning. If you're just joining us, well, the question I'm asking is this: do you think that the cancel culture in modern society is fair? Do you agree that if someone makes a mistake, that they should be fully ostracized? There shouldn't be any place for one, reconciliation, forgiveness. Now, there are some crimes that when they get committed, you can feel the disdain, you can feel the vexation for generations. Imagine, for example, those who have accused celebrities of, child trafficking, indecent exposure, pedophilia. It's one of the worst crimes I know of, if I'm honest. And so if a celebrity is accused, and then there's proof beyond all reasonable doubt that this man or this woman, you still, associate with children immorally, people sent into prison, or, yeah. But you have to ask yourself, this culture, this cancel culture, can it not be extreme in some cases? Let's say Jude says or does something that you don't agree with, and then on social media, people start to call him, stop listening to Jude. Stop listening to Jude. In fact, Nigeria Info, send him away. Maybe they even suspend me for 2 weeks or 3 months or whatever it is. They suspend me pending an investigation. And then after the investigation, they find out, okay, I've probably paid my fair share in terms of punitive measures to society. Or maybe there was a fine for what I did. Shouldn't I be given the chance to come back, make amends, atone for my crimes? But when you have the cancel culture practiced the way it is now, where people are prevented from working. Imagine Jonathan Majors, right? And I'm not saying he's a saint, but let's say he did something, let's say he was abusive to his girlfriend. The studio says, you know what? We're canceling you. I'm sorry, we cannot associate with you because you have a bad rep. No big studio these days wants to be associated with somebody who is a criminal. But for those of you who are big movie aficionados, did you know that Robert Downey Jr., the man who brought to the screen Iron Man, went to prison too? Did you know that? It was his second chance that made Iron Man what it is today. The big movie franchise, Iron Man. And everybody who has seen Iron Man or the Avengers would always tell you, look, they don't see any other person who would have played that character of Tony Stark like Robert Downey Jr. I can go on and on. But if the cancel culture was practiced the way it is now, when that movie was about to come out, maybe nobody would have watched it. Oh, I don't like XYZ people because they infringe on my spirituality. Oh, you're insulting us. Oh yeah, we will not watch your film. And so that movie tanks. They lose money. Now, I am not saying it is wrong. Not I'm not saying it's right. The question is it an extreme form of punishment? Do we know when to stop? Is the question.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0007, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0007. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. 6. All right, now let's get straight to the phone lines. Oh, I have messages. Oh, I forgot, a lot of messages. All right, this one here reads, actions have consequences, but some people have forgotten that because they are used to shedding crocodile tears at everyone will blackmail the victim by saying he never do. The person apologize now, get over it. I cancel people for my own safety and peace of mind. There are some things a person will do that I cannot unhear, unsee, or ignore, and that is it. It doesn't mean I hate them, it just means we are done. Them threatening to unalive themselves just because I won't let them back in doesn't move me. If anything, such manipulative tactics will actually make me hate them if I can spare the emotion and energy. Anonymous says, Mark Francis is on the line from Okrika. We have Justice also standing by. Go on, Mark Francis. Good morning.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning, please.
Happy Independence.
Well, is democracy. Independence is in a few months' time. We'll wait for that.
Okay, sorry. Happy Democracy.
Yeah, Happy Democracy Day.
Happy Democracy Day, because I am struggling to know whether we are celebrating democracy really.
I know, I understand.
Happy Democracy Day.
Sure. Yes. Good morning.
I came late to the program, but the little I heard is one big problem in this country. The stigma, we never knew what stigma seems to be. And once they label you a criminal, no one cares. You're a criminal. Even right from the investigation, people begin to avoid you. And people begin to, at the extreme of everything, in the court, sometimes you are being discharged, not guilty. And those who accuse you are let go without being punished. But you must have passed through a lot of hell. And the stigma continues, no matter what. They'll say, you don't know that boy already thief. And these things still, it affects us negatively as a people. A lot of losses, we don't know what second chance is. But we go to church, we go to the mosque, we pray to God, we pray to Allah to give us second chance. But we don't know what second chance is. Now look at the instances you have given. If you are doing in Nigeria, the Iron Man issue would have been I don't know if it was that man movie. That man with the children. But we should believe in second chance. We should believe in second chance.
But Mark Francis, let me ask you: are there no crimes that you could say, look, particularly when the person has been found guilty? Take, for example, the case of pedophilia. People who like to go and pursue young children and abuse them. Let's say a court of jurisprudence, right? Competent jurisdiction, rather, finds Mr. A guilty of this crime. There's evidence. They don't catch the man. And we see them every day. So children, 10-year-old children. Those kind of people, for example, if they say you are guilty, they should be kept away from society, shouldn't they?
Now, if they are guilty, they are being sentenced to the correctional center. What's the function of the correctional center? Good, they didn't call it prison again.
I see.
They call it correctional center.
I see.
It's to correct these abnormalities in the person. Bring the person out to become a better person. Person who now repent. A lot of things like this happens in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in the Western world, and these people come out from these prisons and they become better people. Some of them become pastors, some of them become what we have, good people we have today. But talk about the Nigerian correctional system. It's very poor. You get in there, you become even worse.
Okay.
Because a lot of things keeps you mentally imbalanced. And you come out completely mentally imbalanced and you see to hate the society. That's why most of the people that comes out from prison or correctional centers in Nigeria seem to be worse.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Mike Francis has a point there. He has a point. Yes, we should do the time. After you do the time, if you're meant to be in a correctional facility, if you're going to be let loose, what systems are in place to make sure that you don't go back to those same things? What system do we have to ensure that you are given at least a fair chance at living a decent life? Now, remember the message I read He says, look, there's sometimes you counsel people for your own peace of mind. And I'm pressed to lean on that argument as well, because imagine you hear, for example, that your Oga, your immediate supervisor in your office, has been the one sitting intentionally on your promotion for the past 5 years. He wants you there so that he can always continuously put you down. But he fell sick, and then in his absence, a substitute was sent from the headquarters, and the substitute says, look at your report, oh. Your report is very good. You know what? I will have to promote you. And you ask, sir, why have I just been promoted? I've been due for 5 years. And the man says, I'm sorry, but your supervisor never submitted your form. And you'll be like, huh? Why? He said, you know what? I will not talk to this man again. I will cancel him. Okonkwo is on the line from Rumukuta. Zion standing by. Good morning, Okonkwo.
Good morning, Brother Jude.
Good morning.
I want to start by saying, is it not unethical or professional unethical for a journalist to stay in the radio and mention boyfriend and girlfriend? Is it not putting bad sentiment or bad feeling into people to go into this evil act?
Of boyfriends and girlfriends?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Mention it. Outside that, you are advocating for prerogative of mercy or environmental pardon. Jude, what about in a situation whereby somebody is into deliberate crime or into deliberate evil? The society has pardoned the person, or individuals have pardoned the person the first, the second time, the third time, and the person continues. So how do we manage it? Because there's no person that when somebody offends him or her once, that will take a decision to keep away. No. Because that natural act of forgiveness is deposited in every person by the Almighty God who makes the person.
Okay.
But when the person has been advised, instructed,
and the person fails,
the woman, and the person refuses.
Okay.
So
I see.
That is when people take action.
Okay. I think I understand what Okonkwo is saying. Zion is on the line from Port Harcourt. Zion, good morning to you.
The concept indeed is like more of a protest. But when it got to the public, they now weaponize it against the affected, which is very wrong. There are pros and cons in this action. Yes, it's necessary where the cases or the needs arise. But I think it has not been properly interpreted. To a large extent, we've seen people carrying out this action with hate.
I see.
Hearts. They so weaponize it to demonize the individuals, the organization, or the person that ought to. In our African culture and traditions, or in our belief as a history, we rather ostracize you, which we call we banish you. Don't come here again. You've committed this crime. Unpardonable. Abomination. Hello. We now say, no, let's make it in a global recognition. We now, by find it, it becomes what we call cancel culture. Should we even consider that in this our environment? Don't you think we are trying to garnish crime?
Is it garnishing crime?
Yes,
if you avoid somebody, for example, who is a known drug dealer, this person they sell fish for front, but they sell drugs for back. Don't go there for your own safety. That's a form of cancel culture.
Sir, that information being placed in the sell food for front, they sell drugs for back. No good there. Have they done their proper investigation? And is it true? Or you people are just doing it because you hate
You hate the
don't
person.
love him.
You have a point.
You don't want their business to grow so that your own will grow. We have been here when they woke up one day and say, what to local gin the kilo, no can no drink amo. My brother, it did not get up to 21 days. They brought out another sachet drink today that is selling everywhere. Some of us know they forget things.
So ultimately, Emmanuel is on the line for Umokoro. Let me get to it. But Zion, do you think it is extreme to use cancel culture in every case?
Not in every case.
Okay.
If that matter has been confirmed, proven,
okay,
that yes, this person can't work it. Can we apply the same thing to our president? Are we not suffering enough? Can't you give me a cancel culture not to vote even about this party?
Oh, I see. Nice. Emmanuel on the line from Umokoro. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Generally, human has the dark side. If not, why would someone do something for the first time and then you cannot give him a second chance? If you look at the Bible, I'm a Christian, Catholic. God gave us second chance. It is the human race thing, but here we are as a result of the second chance. So
interesting.
It's not normal for someone to just think somebody in a dark way because of let's say he has committed something that's not supposed to be done.
Yeah, but aren't there extreme cases like Okonkwo said? What if this person, your natural instinct is to forgive? You forgive. This person don't thief before. They don't thief again. They went back. They've come back. This person, they caught him with a 10-year-old girl. They punished him. They went to prison for 5 years. He came back. He's now pursuing another 44-year-old girl. How bad, Baba? What is your problem? Don't you think at that point you say, you know what? Let us everybody just avoid this guy. Lock him up. Throw away the key.
Okay. Now, avoiding him and then they're not talking to him. Does that solve the problem? Does that make him, let's say, stop what he's doing? If it's the solution, if it's by, let's say, avoiding him and then not giving the second chance, that will stop it. Then I should say, let's say, find out him. Because this time you are looking at the problem, which is to stop, let's say, the act of carrying somebody's child or to go and rape something like that. But no, you are not giving second chance by going to talk. That alone can even cause depression. When everybody really
you have a point. You have a point. I can't even argue with that. It's because it's been proven, Emmanuel. You have a point.
Yeah. So you can look at it. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. So you have to give someone second chance, no matter what.
You have to give someone a chance. Okay.
I think Jesus Christ. He said something like 7. That when you how many times you forgive. So for me, it's very paramount for the human race for we to move forward. And you then sorry. It's about this one place. I was the second winner yesterday, and I've not yet got a response.
What on my show?
Yeah, the second winner. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm very sure you'll be contacted because everybody gets contacted. Maybe they tried your number, network issues, but just now that you've mentioned it, I'm going to send a message right now, and it will be done because I'm about to do the second draw. All right. So okay. Just hold on. All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Okay. All right. So that's done. That's dusted. Let us do the one play draw before Jude gets thrown out. Before they cancel Jude and say, no, we will not have it. We don't want him again. He did not give us the money. He has joined bad gang. He's not in the flowing. He's not in the winning. He's not in the winning party. I beg.